Hey everybody, Lars here. This is not a canned video. This is contemporary. This is summer 2021. Sitting here on Thursday, June the 3rd, and I figured I would stop in and say hello to everybody. Summer Python is fun. We go a little bit quicker than the regular class. I'm not going to cheat you and not cover something. So as you read through the syllabus and you see Unit 1 through 6, that's exactly what summer and spring get. Only I take the 2-week units. I kind of give you 10, 11 days. We're doing this one quick, 9 days. We'll get to that in a second. And I take the 3-week units and go from 21 days down to maybe 17 days. So it's going to be the same coverage. Hopefully we do it in a way that's good for you. One of the things I want to talk about, popping online and saying hi like this, is number one, take your time, go slow. This unit is about process. This unit is about getting you used to how we do things, the sequence in which we do things. You might have some trepidation about, oh my God, we haven't gotten the assignments yet. It's due next week, blah, blah, blah. The assignments are coming. Don't worry about it. Trust me, Unit 1, the assignments are no great shakes. All right? It's not going to be a heavy lift, so don't worry about it. Right now, I want you to get Python installed on your systems, okay? As far as an environment to create your program, sometimes we call that an IDE, an integrated development environment. You're welcome to use whatever you want, but we're just going to use the idle that comes along with the Python installation for this course. When you hand in work, you're going to hand in .py files. Python has some different applications that are associated with it and different ways to do programs. Some people may be familiar with something called IPython. There's Jupyter Notebooks. There's a system called Anaconda, which brings down all the libraries for you. You use the Spider IDE, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing any of that, okay? I'm going to tell you right off, don't get reliant on an IDE or some kind of system because you're going to have to hand in .py programs that work. All right? You're not going to be able to say, well, it works on my computer. I don't care what works on your computer. I care what works on my computer because I and the TAs are going to be looking at your code. So I kind of want the tools and all of the other colorful stuff to get out of the way while I teach you how to program with Python. And idle works fine if you just want to use that. If you want to use something else, that's great. Go ahead. But if you're sophisticated enough to use something like Jupyter or things like that, then you should be sophisticated enough to hand me a .py file at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if you're sophisticated enough to be using Jupyter, you'd probably be on the scope of this course and you should be spending your credit somewhere else. All right, enough of that. Done. Actually, I'll probably put it right here. Install Python, easy. Go to the Python page, come right down here, download. The latest Python 3.9 is perfect. Okay, go to the download page. If you are a Windows user, where is it, down the bottom? Yeah, if you're a Windows user, just grab the Windows installer for 64-bit. Most of you probably have a machine that's been made in the last 3 or 4 years. You're probably running Windows 10, so this would be fine. Mac users, your installs are right up here. If you're using Linux, you're on your own. You could do things with Source if you want. Actually, if you're using a regular Linux distro, Python probably came along for the ride. You might want to update it again. If you're using Linux and you're updating your Python intro, then you were probably in the wrong course. All right, enough said. So don't worry about that. As far as Python is concerned, I'm probably preaching to the choir because if you found this video, it means that you already know how to use Canvas and you've already seen the announcements. But what I always tell people to do is I am going to give you a lot of information. Class is 2 days old and we already have 3 announcements. I'm going to give you a lot of information via announcements, okay? I want you to go to your account page. I want you to go to notifications. And I want you to, where is it? Course activities, email. I want announcements right here to go to email, okay? I send mine to my Big Lars Gmail and not all devices. All right? Do that. I don't want you to only get announcements when you log into Canvas. So sometimes you forget, sometimes you go away for a couple of days, boom, boom, boom. I like it when the announcements are pushed to your email. And then you get to see what's going on. Because a lot of times with announcements, I will do deadlines and remind you of deadlines. Hey, don't forget, this is due in 3 days. This is due. This is due. All right? I see a bunch of things you don't see. So I'm going to go to the student view. And this should be what you're seeing when you go onto Canvas. Syllabus, click on syllabus. There's two documents, the syllabus and the 101 document. The syllabus has the schedule, talks about academic integrity. We're going to talk about that in future videos. Pretty much lays out what the course is about. All right? You're going to notice in the grading rubric that you need a 93% or greater to get an A. During COVID, I've been relaxing that. And if people get over a 90, they receive an A in the course. I'm going to do that for this course as well. Although probably the last time I'm going to do that. Not to sound like some mean old ogre professor. But 90 plus is going to get you an A in this course, so no worries. Read the syllabus. Read the 101 document. It explains what the course is about. It explains what's entailed in a unit and different things like that. As far as the unit is concerned, just go to modules. Unit 1 explains what the unit's about. The slides, you click on the slides. If they don't show up, you can click on this little page right here and it will go to an external. Okay? And then you'll have the slides for the unit. All right? I also put up a PDF version if you want to download them, print them out, read them at your leisure, read them when you're not online, do whatever, okay? Unit 1 introductions, it's a discussion post. You want to go, and a lot of people are already chiming in, so that's a good thing. You want to go and do an introduction post. Why you taking Python, what unit you part of, what do you want to do with it when you're done, different things like that. I have a video here for a Python and Pygame install. Do not be fooled. We don't need Pygame. I have it there because I shot it. I had done a conference, or I had done a teacher conference, and somebody said, but I don't know how to install Python, and I had spoken about Pygame, which is a module that allows you to do things with video games. We'll actually talk about it at the end of this course, so don't worry about it. And they didn't know how to do the install. So one of the deans asked me to do a quick video. I did the video, but then I realized, you know what? Why don't I give it to my Python people? And then they could see the different things that I do when I go through an install. One of the things I definitely think you would benefit from, I don't know if I come right out and do it here. Where's my C drive? Is to put everything at root. I have my Python 3.8 here. I have my Python 3.9 here. And it makes life so much easier. Because if you just do the standard install, Python's going to bury it in user data, username, blah, 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 apps, whatever, app data. And you won't be able to find it. If you use the custom directory, and I just say Python 3.9 here for my Python 3.9, then it works a lot better when you do the install. Regardless, I'm getting off. Python, Pygame install, okay? Use that if you need a little help installing the Python. And then, review videos. Review videos kind of act like classes. We do not have synchronous in-person classes for this. It's completely online. Every once in a while, I'm going to jump on like this contemporaneously and speak and talk to you guys and do different things like that. But there's no set time, or you don't have to go to Zoom, you don't have to go to WebEx, you don't have to do anything like that. We're going to communicate through announcements, we're going to communicate through emails, and we're going to communicate through these videos, okay? So most units, what would be a 2-week unit in a regular semester, 10 days for you guys, is going to have 2 videos, all right? The slides will be pretty much sectioned off week by week. Unit 3, Unit 5, they're going to be 3-week units, and then you're going to have 3 review videos. Sometimes you get extra ones, sometimes you don't get extra ones. You're going to see as we go along. Here I dropped video 1 and video 2 and then some extras. The extras are so you can see me create a program from scratch. I don't want people to load Python, start up idle, and then just sit there in front of a blank page like an author with writer's block and be like, what should I do? How do I do things? watch a couple of my videos where I do the penny program or the temperature converter. Simple stuff, okay? Once you've seen all of that, you've seen some worked examples, you lose some of that fear of trying this stuff out, you're going to be good to go. And when you see assignment 1 and 2 tomorrow, you're going to be like, oh, this is not bad. This is really easy. Unit 1 is about process. And Unit 2 gets a little bit more complex. And then Unit 3 is going to get real complex. We're going to talk about Unit 3 later on down the road. Okay? Now, a couple people have been sending emails saying, I'm concerned my Canvas doesn't work. I'm concerned something's wrong because I don't see the assignments. I don't see the quiz. I don't see all of this stuff. That's on purpose. All right? I don't release everything all at once. All right? I don't know that I mentioned this little spiel in the 101 document. But basically, as you go through a unit, I'm thinking about what you're experiencing as you go through the unit. And I want you to go through 3 different phases, okay? The first phase you go through is you're the learner. I want you to read the slides. I want you to watch the videos. But when you do that, I don't want you to know what the assignments are. If you know what the assignments are, then you're just going to be thinking about, how do I solve that problem? How do I solve that one problem? I don't want you doing that. I want you to be the learner. I want you to take in the slides. I want you to see the videos. I want you to experience everything. You want to try some of those exercises at the end of the slides, tinker with your Python, that's great. You read the Zell chapters. You want to try some examples in the Zell book. That's absolutely fantastic, okay? But you won't get the assignments until about 6 days left in the unit, because then is the second thing I want you to be, a practitioner. Now you're past the learning phase and you've got some skill. I want you to use it to solve a problem. You're like an artist with a commission. You're going to take your skills and you're going to use it to solve a problem. That's what your assignments are going to accomplish. And then at the very end of the process, you're going to take a quiz. That's stage 3. Now you're the expert. Now I'm asking you questions. You took the time to learn about something. You went and you used that knowledge to solve some problems when you did your assignments. So you were a practitioner gaining experience in that thing. Now I'm treating you like an expert. Now I'm going to ask you some quiz questions, and I'm going to rely on your expertise as you tell me what you know about the particular topic. So if I just vomit forth all of the resources at the beginning of every unit, you're not going to go through that journey. And it's it's not throwing shade at you. Everybody does that. I did that when I was a student. I still do that. Everybody does it. It's like human psychology. What I want to try and do is throw some roadblocks in the way. So you do things my way. Learner, practitioner, expert. And that's why I dribble the resources out the way I do. Okay? So don't worry. I know you can't see the assignments. You'll be able to see them tomorrow. I know you can't see the little quiz entry. You'll be able to see the quiz next week when the quiz comes out. Last thing I'm going to finish up with is just to give you the first of many warnings about the quizzes. The quizzes are 30 hours, okay? It's not going to take you that long, trust me. Quizzes are quick hits. Quiz takes maybe 20 minutes, half hour tops, okay? It's going to be 7 points, usually 4 or 5 multiple choice, and then an essay question where you write a little code, okay? Not a terribly heavy lift. They're always going to come at the last day of the unit. So if you look at the syllabus and you see the last day of Unit 1, our unit here is June 9th. Now, the day before, because I know people have lives and a lot of people taking a summer course or probably working a regular job, you might not be able to do it that day, all right? So I open it up 4 hours early the day before. So June 9th, the quiz is going to open June 8th at 8 p.m. It's going to go for 4 hours. It's going to run all day on the 9th, all right? And then I even leave it open for 2 more hours into the 10th. So it won't close until 2 a.m. on the 10th. So for 30 hours, you have a window where you can go take that quiz. At any time, you can go start the quiz. I think once you start it, you have to finish it, but I'm not even sure about that. You could probably do some of it and then come back to it later. As long as it's done, by 2 a.m. on the 10th. Now, and this is two things about quizzes. One, there are no makeups. If you miss a quiz, you miss an opportunity to get those 7 points. All right? It is low-hanging fruit. It is one of the things I do ask as a synchronous activity that we do in this course. This is grad school. This is the show. So you need to be organized. Do not miss quizzes. The second thing is that people will look at the Canvas site and they'll see June 10th and they'll think, I got all day June 10th to do this quiz. Everything's going to be great. And they show up that morning and the quiz is already closed because it closed at 2 a.m. on the 10th. All right? And then I get an email that says, I'm sorry, I didn't see blah, 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 blah. And my response to that email is, I'm sorry, there are no makeups for quizzes. So be organized, okay? Make sure you know about the situation. I'm going to say this again in an announcement. I'm going to do the warning before the quiz. I will do this warning the day of the quiz. And I guarantee somebody will miss the quiz and say, I'm sorry, I did. Don't be that person, all right? Don't be Johnny Hard Drive. I always call that student Johnny Hard Drive. Don't be Johnny Hard Drive. That's the key, all right? Other than that, like I said, this unit is about process. Read the slides, absorb it, okay? Watch the review videos. If you want to stop the video and try to code up what I'm coding, that's great. Do that, all right? Enjoy. This is going to be fun. And at the end of this process, you're going to be a computer programmer, all right? Honest to goodness. You go buy a t-shirt, get yourself a mug. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be fine, all right? All right. I am probably going to, maybe over the weekend, stop in. It's a weird weekend because on Saturday, I'm traveling out to Long Island to Game 4 so I could watch the Islanders play Boston. And then Sunday, I might have to do a family thing. So maybe Monday, I will get on board and do another video for you guys just to talk, maybe to jump on and do some code. You know, it's very odd of doing a Python video and not jumping on idle and doing some code for you guys. But that'll come, and you've got the review video, so you're going to be fine. I think that is all I wanted to cover with you guys, except to say welcome. And everybody's been through so much in the last year and a half with COVID and all the craziness and all of the different stuff. I want this to be a fun, relaxing, good experience. You can set up your own time, do it in the evening, do it in the mornings. You know, most things, with the exception of quizzes, are asynchronous in this course, and you can do it when you want to do it, okay? I will slowly but surely be introducing you to more of the things that we're going to do. At some point, we'll introduce you to the TAs, my 2 students that really do all the work for most of the course, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But for today, I just want to say welcome. This is going to be fun. If you have any confusion or any thoughts or worries or concerns, shoot me an email. BigLars@CS for Computer Science.Rutgers.edu, and I'll be happy to help you. That said, if you're having trouble getting Python installed, I'm between a rock and a hard place. If it's not COVID, I would say, hey, go to my lab. I have a collaborative lab in the computer science department called the Cave. And basically the undergrads use it as their, unofficial honeycomb hideout. And I'll say, hey, go to the Cave. One of my kids will help you out. I can't do that right now because of COVID. And I'm not going to know what machine you're running. And I'm not going to know what version of your operating system is. And I'm pretty far removed from the install days. So I'm probably not as sharp as my kids are as far as installs and knowing the inside outs of operating systems and things like that. So my advice to you is do your best. Google, go look at YouTube install videos, and always, my students figure out a way to get through and get it done. All right? All right, good. So welcome. Have a great weekend. Go through the resources that are out there. Tomorrow I'm going to release the assignments, and then on Monday I'll release the quiz. You won't be able to get to it. I think, what is the 9th? Wednesday? So you won't be able to get to it till 8 o'clock on Tuesday, but you'll see it if you go there. And we're going to move forward, and you're going to be good, okay? All right, good. Then I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to talk to you again real soon. You be good. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.